Well, hello, and welcome to Southeast Ohio Solar Haven. Yes, you see some lithium going on here. I'm sorry I haven't been posting any videos here lately. Just been kind of hibernating inside from the cold. Been playing around, experimenting with some stuff. But yeah, I had gotten a hold of some lithium packs here, as you can see. Now, I know they're not big, but they're something for me to play around with. They're not the big packs or anything like that. But yeah, I picked up these medical battery packs off of Battery Hookup, and I'm looking to get more of these because I actually like this. I got 5 of these stacked up here. They got their own built-in BMS. Now, they say, 5, 10 amp, whatever. I've been experimenting with them, I think that they're good for what they're saying, about 10, maybe even 15 if you push them, but 10 to be safe. But I got 5 of them here stacked up, and these 5 alone on a 24 volt setup, I know you see that higher voltage, but we'll get to that, is providing a 1 kilowatt battery bank. Now, what I have here next to me is my little 12 volt setup I have in the house with just a single 12 volt AGM Duracell battery, and this battery is starting to fall on its face. It's 4 or 5 years old, so what do we expect when batteries start getting agey? Well, they start to fall on their face. Plus, it's only rated for 100 amp hours, so I could technically only take what little bit of energy you can, because you don't want to take them down to 50%. I mean, you can, but then you start destroying the battery. And so I wanted to have something lighter and easier to work with, so I decided to start trying this out. And what I found out is I can use more energy out of this pack here than I could out of this battery ever. So I'm looking to try to get a hold of more of these. Hopefully Battery Hookup hears me. I want to try to get more of these packs. So what happens here is these are advertised as 29.6 volt. The batteries are actually in an 8S configuration, which I can give you a representation how they do this. They're wired like this. They go, that starts up here. I believe this is the positive side, and you come down and round, and it's negative. And it's an 8S configuration. Yes, when they're fully charged, you're 33.6. Now, right now I'm only running the light overhead that the lighting I get, and I'm running LED light. I'm running about 1.5 amps of current off of it. Usually all I run at max 12 volt is 2 to 3, maybe 4 amps. So this won't even hurt this. But the issue I was having was I was at a 12 volt setup, and this is, 24 technically. But when you charge these packs fully, they're 33.6. So then you have to have a step down. Well, this is what the blue box is for. As you can see here, this is a Victron Energy DC to DC converter, rated for 25 amps continuous, 35 amp surge. Now, I know you see this input voltage of 18 to 32, and then you got your output, which is 8 to 15, which is fully adjustable. I don't know if you can see this hole right here, but there's a potentiometer inside here that you can turn to adjust that voltage output. Now, I adjusted mine to 13.8 volts because that's where I wanted it at. Now, I know you've seen the rating of this being 18 to 32 volts, but the actual max input on these is 35, so it does not hurt anything the way I've got it set up. And then I got it all the packs tied into this nice little, I got a mess going on here, you have to excuse it, but I got this pack here tied into this circuit board. Woo, about knocked everything down. Captain tape on the back of it to protect it from, you know, any shorts. And what those boards are is these PCBs here, PCBs, printed circuit board. I bought a kit on Jag35. It's Jehu Garcia's website, and he had a kit for these, which you get 4 circuit boards right here. I'll put that down. Then you got all your connectors right here, and then on top of that, there's a bunch of pigtails with the XT90 connectors on them. Now, on the circuit board itself, the inputs are the XT60 connectors, which you combine everything into the board. And right here you can see the XT90. These are 10 gauge wires on here. This is 10 gauge, so I mean that'll support, you know, my power needs, no big deal. But I just wanted to show everybody this because I'm sure everybody's seen it before, but you know, as you can see, I got a cigarette lighter plugged into it, a USB socket. This is running my overhead LED light. What I done was wrap a pop can up with LEDs, an LED string around 2 pop cans, put them together, makes a nice heat sink, makes a bright light. But I've been able to draw around 6 amps continuous off of these without any issue. Each pack, each one of these medical packs, and they're rated for 7.8 amp hour at 29.6 volt. Which, when I did the full pack test and put it together, I tested out at 38.7 amp hours. And when I charged it back up, it took 38.6 amp hours to charge it or whatever. So I'm going to say that those are nice little packs. Each one's tested out good. You know, as you can see, I marked this one here good pack after I tested it and everything. You know, I went through with my voltmeter, DMM, and checked each pack here in series, and each one was just the batteries were within 2 or 3 millivolts, so they were pretty well in great shape. I also picked up well, I'll have to show you what these packs are. Actually, I picked up 10 of these packs also, and these are supposed to be a 40 amp BMS. They automatically balance the batteries during the charge or whatever. I'm not really too sure about these BMSs that are on here, so I wired my own BMS wires. I picked up a I got it buried underneath there. One of those ISD 8S chargers. And I also picked up a Hoda 86 Pro charger just to see what. But the surprise thing about these battery packs is where they're actually from. Now look where they're from. There is a website online that sells these batteries normally for around $129 a piece, brand new. These are LiPo 4s, A4 watt hour, and so far each one I've tested, I've gotten the rated spec out of them. I mean, they might be under, I think this one here tested at 6.3, 6.4 amp hour. So I mean, they might be a little weak, but their input on these, I don't like these, because when they get to a certain, you charge them up to 14.6 because they're LiPo 4 and 4S, When you get to 14.6, they totally cut off, literally, just cut out. And you have to keep them right at about 14.5, and even at 14.5, they might just, the BMS will completely turn off and won't put out power unless it settles down. So I kind of bypassed the BMSs and just directly wired this onto the board and used these balance cables on here, and it does fine. These resistors get hot, and I think that's because the board at the same time is trying to balance the batteries. So I suppose if you keep them at 14.4, which I did test, and it doesn't kick off at 14.4, but so far I've gotten through 5 of these packs, I think 4 or 5 anyway, and they've tested out good. I plan on building a radio pack with 2 of these, so it'll be kind of cool to do that with. But yeah, this is what I've been up to, guys and gals. I've been sitting here playing around with some lithium stuff. Thought maybe some of this information or some of it might be interesting for you guys. But this is my little corner at my desk. I've been playing around with the lithium. So hey, thanks for watching. Yes, I'm still alive, guys. I've just been hibernating. It's winter time. I don't like the cold. Body hurts. Everything hurts. It's like But anyway, thanks again for watching, guys. Take care of yourselves. Stay safe from this crazy whatever Rona, and take care. Like I say down there, click like and subscribe. It only hurt once. Behave. Later, guys out.